So what's happening, guys? Today I was at the gym and then I got to talking to a guy that actually has a silver Newedge just like mine. And you actually might be able to see it. It's right there. So basically that is pretty much what my car looked like when I first bought it 5-6 years ago. So yes, I've had my car about 6 years. But we were talking about the main issues with a Newedge Mustang or the 94 to 04 kind of generation, and that's a 370 making all that noise. So anyways, we were going over kind of just the few things that really bother us Newedge owners or SN95 owners or Mustang owners in general. With each generation has kind of its small things that just rattle and break over time. Now the 79 to 04, and especially these cars, my 01, has the rattle problem, the famous Mustang Newedge rattle problem. And my hair is just sticking up all right there, but whatever. So going over kind of the few things that just, the 03, 04 Cobras, the taillight broke right here, and this tab is just already breaking. So pretty much the 03, 04 Cobra, famous third crack brake. And this is a famous one for silver Mustangs. I know that there's other colors out there that have this problem, but like I said in a previous video, I'm going to fix this hopefully this month or in June. Definitely get this squared away before Mustang Week, which is in 4 months. But the famous clear coat peel. Now, it has held up over its course of time, being, a 15, 16-year-old car. Yes, but there's a couple colors like green, especially red. I think red has the worst clear coat peeling problem for these cars. Even black, white, and yellow and blue, not so much with gray either. My girlfriend's car, that's one color. I don't even want to get into that one, but the clear coat on it, and honestly, it looks like a gray car. The gray mineral Mustang, it looks brown. I don't even know how. But getting back into the small problems, door panels. So these door panels are held on by plastic clips down here, and then they have this little plastic screw right there. And Mike actually found this one at the junkyard. They are famous and prone to breaking, and especially these. So mine's kind of actually broken right there, but it's not such a big deal. But if I go into the passenger side, you'll be able to see that the previous owner obviously took care of this with a screw, which I've seen a lot of Newedge owners do. It doesn't really bother me. I am going to repaint these, so I might get a new one. I'm not sure, but honestly, this door panel has held up for its time. I don't know if it's ever been replaced. Ever since I've owned the car, no. But they do get this famous, so it's supposed to stick down, and it kind of just gets this going. So I guess over time it just does that. The famous dash crack. Now that's the only thing really that's terrible about my inside. The interior, I honestly have to say, is at least probably maybe an 8 out of 9. I'll be brave and say that because I have the seats, the Brom seats in it, but the dash crack's so easy. Another thing, the famous Calvin here. This is actually one from LMR, but it's starting to come up right here a little bit, so I'm going to peel this off and just re-glue this. But these are prone to cracking so bad. And then the Weatherstripping right here is so bad. I mean, I think it's just on the aftermarket ones, they're prone to the glues really cheap, so it falls off. So you have to, I recommend if you do get it, glue it. But I've had mine for a couple years, and luckily it hasn't broken. That's just the only issue I have. But the previous one in the car actually did not break either. I actually sold that one because I had a carbon fiber one from Carbon Driven, I think, for about a year. Then I sold it because I wanted to go back to stock. The amazing factory, well, these aren't factory, but Newedge headlights. You can tell this one, the clear coat on it, I mean, they're not, they're $100 from LMR, but and that's where the Cobra bumper still haven't gotten that around to getting that fixed. But those are just the small issues that these cars have, and especially the rattle. The rattle is the worst. When you go over a bump or something, you feel it. Or if you live, so my girlfriend lives downtown in Richmond, and the streets are horrible downtown, the cobblestone area. If you are in the Richmond area, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And being on coilovers, I mean, I have Conies and I have Vikings. I believe they're pretty much the best dampering ones on the market. They're adjustable. So, I mean, I spent, you know, a good amount of money. I didn't cheap out on suspension, but still, you can feel almost every bump, and just the rattle is so horrible. I mean, for instance, now this was broken over time since I've had it. I have to get a new one, so I mean, you can see how easy that kind of pulls out. So I believe the vents right here broke off that. But I mean, it's just Ford kind of cheaped out with clips and stuff with everything, so the interior is really cheap. I mean, the Mustang has come a long way from 2015 and up. I mean, even 2011 to 2014, before they did the S550 body style. I mean, the interior was a lot better than this. That's why I upgraded to the SVE FR500 steering wheel. I mean, everything here looks pretty normal, you know, pretty clean. Again, there's a dash, you know, nice little Pioneer radio. This is worn out, the shift ball, or that around it. But I mean, other than that, I mean, if you take a stock Mustang and you just look at it over the time, I don't know why Ford cheaped out on the parts for the interior. I mean, I guess they wanted to make it a budget car. I don't know. I mean, if you get like the Mach 1 or the Cobra, like the 99 or the Terminator, the seats are really nice, but you still have the V6 GT dash and stuff, so you have nothing special there. Maybe you'd like a shifter and you know, the seats. That's really it. That's where Ford put their money into it, with the Cobra, the Celine, the Mach, the Bullet, and stuff like that. But oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention, when I did have a 4.6, the plastic PI intake had the biggest problem. I went through 2 of them cracking. The first one was on the back side, and then I had the one with the aluminum crossover, where they, I think after like 01, they fixed that problem, something with the alternator, but that one ended up cracking right there with the aluminum crossover as well. So luckily that one was under warranty, replaced that before the motor deciding to start spitting out spark plugs. And that was kind of when I decided to say, you know, I got a lot of miles on this motor, let's go ahead and make it a Coyote swap, which is another problem, the 4.6 and blowing out spark plugs. I mean, I think I had it happen twice. But other than that, Newedge owners here, you know, any generation, even the 05 to 09, the door slits and the sills, like, they just fall. I don't know. I guess each generation Mustang just has its problems with interior parts failing and falling and rattling and stuff like this. So this, yes, mine does have the famous rattle. But anyways, that's going to do for this video, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.